Hello, Coach Giuliano here. Today I will be talking about the ketogenic diet and the many misconceptions that people have about this diet. So let's begin. The ketogenic diet is a diet that involves excluding carbohydrates, reducing protein, and basically getting the majority of your calories off fats. This will put your metabolism into the ketogenic state where your body actually starts to run off ketones, which can have many different benefits. But no, I am not a proponent of the ketogenic diet, and I will now tell you why. So, the ketogenic diet involves cutting out some of the most healthiest foods on the planet. We are cutting out fruits and certain vegetables. We are cutting out grains. We are cutting out legumes. All these things that are extremely dense in nutrients and antioxidants, and these things are what humans ate thousands and thousands of years ago for long periods of time. These are not unhealthy foods, and you cannot cut out these foods. They have amazing benefits and essential nutrients. Any diet that asks you to cut out these foods is bogus. Now, there's some people who are reacting a little bit bad to these particular foods, but that is not because of their particular body type. It's not because of their DNA. It's not because we're all extremely unique. Yes, we are unique to an extent, but it is because you have a bad microbiome and something is wrong with your immune system. I'm sorry. Now, many people will say, but Coach Giuliano, why did I lose like 2 or 3 kilos in the first week of trying the ketogenic diet? Well, listen to this. On the first week of the ketogenic diet, you actually were not in ketosis. It takes at least 6 weeks for the average person to achieve ketosis. So basically, your body is pretty much in a normal metabolic state, probably burning a little bit more fat than carbohydrates for sure, because you're consuming more fat. But the reason why you lose all this weight on the first week is because you are losing water weight. For when you eat carbohydrates, we want them to go into our muscles and liver as glycogen, and this is actually a good thing. If you are healthy, your carbohydrates are going to be burned throughout the day, minimally stored as fat, and actually going to go into your muscle and liver as glycogen. But in order for them to be stored as glycogen in the liver and the muscle, it actually requires water. So you need 1 gram of carbohydrates requires 4 grams of water to be stored as glycogen. Water is not fat, glycogen is not fat. This is what makes your muscles look bigger. It's not the only thing that makes your muscles look bigger, but it is definitely one of the things that is going to help you be strong and also perform well when you're doing your athletics. But Coach Giuliano, why do I feel so good on the ketogenic diet? Well, yes, this is true, and this is because after the 6 weeks, you will hit a state of ketosis. And when you're in ketosis, absolutely your mental clarity goes up, but there are better ways and more natural ways to get into ketosis, such as fasting, which I'm a huge proponent on, and I will make another video for this. But Coach Giuliano, look at these bodybuilders, look at these athletes getting so shredded on the ketogenic diet. That must mean it works. Yeah, sure. I mean, you can get shredded on any diet, to be quite honest. You could eat chocolate and get shredded. You can eat lollies and get shredded. You can eat nothing but pasta and get shredded. You can go on the ketogenic diet and get shredded. As long as you're in a caloric deficit, you are going to lose weight. It does not mean you are healthy. Because Giuliano, why are so many people getting benefits from the ketogenic diet immediately, losing weight, curing health problems? Well, the main reason is because the diet that they were eating before the ketogenic diet was probably even worse than the ketogenic diet itself. But we don't want to compare bad to terrible. We want to compare healthy to bad, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So people were probably eating lots of junk food, and then all of a sudden on the ketogenic diet, eliminating the junk food and eating lots of leafy green vegetables, which I'm a huge proponent of. But perhaps the benefits they're experiencing are from the green leafy vegetables and cutting out the junk. Some people also are going through a slight elimination diet when they're doing the ketogenic diet. So just because it's so limited and so strict, you are cutting down on a lot of food groups, which has been known to have a lot of amazing benefits for the immune system actually, and for weight loss. So I would attribute a lot of those benefits to the elimination phase of the diet, which allows your immune system to relax a little bit, and also because, like I said, their diet was probably terrible before. Another point to be made is that the ketogenic diet requires supplementation. Supplementation is of a few minerals. Now, any diet that requires you to supplement in order to stay healthy in order to prevent, some dangerous things from happening to your body is not a good diet. There are some exceptions where we need to supplement. For example, everybody needs to supplement B12 because the food sucks now. Now, vegetarians aren't able to get B12 from healthy bacteria that are found on the vegetables because of all the pesticides and industrial farming and other factors that don't allow it to happen. And even meat eaters need to be supplementing B12. You may not know, but the food that you eat, so if you're eating beef, yes, beef and other animal products may have traces of B12, but we're actually supplementing the livestock B12. So we're giving animals pills so they can have B12. So this is one of the exceptions where we are able to supplement. Another exception is because our soils are depleted. Thousands of years ago, we had much better soils with much more vitamins, and that's the only other justification to be supplementing. Because Giuliano, on the ketogenic diet, you burn fat and you eat fat, so therefore you're going to lose fat, right? Well, I mean, I'm not going to deny the first part where absolutely you are going to be eating a lot of fat, and because you're eating a lot of fat, you're going to be burning a lot of fat, but you're also going to be storing a lot of fat. You're going to become very efficient at burning fat. You're also going to become very efficient at storing fats. And so, yeah, I mean, as long as you're in a caloric deficit, then yes, you are going to lose weight. But of course, if you overeat on the ketogenic diet, your body really does not know how to bounce back from this so well. If you overeat on a normal whole foods, high carbohydrate diet, your body can easily bounce back. It's able to rev up its metabolism and, not cause too many issues. Another thing that people will notice on the ketogenic diet is that yes, they feel really good, and then all of a sudden they reintroduce carbohydrates on a cheat meal or something like that, and then they crash, and then they feel really bad and disgusting, and they say, see, carbohydrates are the devil. Carbohydrates are so bad for you. Well, this is not the case. When you put yourself into a ketogenic diet, you eventually lose your ability to process carbohydrates. You metabolically actually become someone with metabolic disease, such as pre-type 2 diabetes. Your muscles get filled with fat, your insulin sensitivity goes down, so your ability to process carbohydrates gets really, really bad. Therefore, when you eat the carbs, you're going to feel terrible. It's not that carbs are terrible, it's that you have made your body retarded at processing carbs. Now, your body should be awesome at processing protein, should be awesome at processing fat, and it should be awesome at processing carbs. It should not be restricted to one macronutrient. But Coach Giuliano, what about all these people with epilepsy and particular types of cancer that are benefiting off the ketogenic diet? Yes, okay, fine. If you have epilepsy and perhaps this is going to benefit you and just so happens to be more convenient than medication, I'm not going to say, okay, don't do the ketogenic diet. Use it medicinally, right? Did you hear that word? Medicinally. The ketogenic diet can perhaps be medicinal and can perhaps have a few benefits for a lot of people. But do you take medicine every day? Chemotherapy cures cancer. Therefore, I should do chemotherapy so I don't get cancer? No, that's not the way it works, okay? You use medicine sparingly. Now, also, yes, I think there are some accounts of the ketogenic diet helping with certain types of cancers. This is in a very rare case. Now, guys, just remember, cancer is not a disease. It's an umbrella term for thousands and thousands of diseases, thousands of unique diseases. So if you have particular cells in your body that are running off, say, glucose, and they are cancerous cells, and we starve them by getting into the ketogenic state, beautiful, we're going to kill all those cancer cells. But did you know that if you have brain cancer, a lot of brain cancer cells run off ketones, therefore you're just going to be adding fuel to the fire by flooding your system with ketones and feeding those cancer cells. So that is something to be thought about. Just remember, perhaps you should treat it as medicine. So at the end of the day, are there any benefits to the ketogenic diet? Well, yes. I mean, you are getting into a state of ketosis, and this induces autophagy and a lot of other amazing benefits in your body, but the pros do not outweigh the cons. None whatsoever. You are cutting out food groups, you're losing your opportunity to saturate yourself with amazing phytonutrients. You're also losing the ability to process carbohydrates. You're also being extremely restrictive. You're also not doing so much of a favor for the environment by, I'm sorry, you can't do a plant-based ketogenic diet. You're going to be using a lot of animal products. And let's not forget, I'm not saying humans aren't made to be eating animal products, but we're not made to be eating tons of animal products that are filled with antibiotics and added hormones. And I mean, these animals probably have excessive amounts of cortisol going through their body due to the terrible factory farming conditions. This is not a vegan rant, I promise. A more sensible way to get the benefits of ketosis is by getting yourself into ketosis in a natural way, and I would recommend doing that by fasting. Perhaps ketogenic diet intermittently is not too bad, but honestly guys, humans are made for fasting, and we can easily, if you have a healthy, well-adapted metabolism, switch from burning carbs to burning ketones and fat, and inducing amazing states such as autophagy, which a lot of people chase from the ketogenic diet, by fasting appropriately in the company of an amazing diet. Okay, so guys, there's a lot more I could say about the ketogenic diet. Please ask me questions, please debate me, and yeah, please, if you like this video, leave a comment down below and hit the thumbs up button. Also, if you are interested in getting super duper healthy, losing fat, gaining muscle, getting into the best state of health in your life, feeling really good, me and my colleague Sotir Kuchikov at Performance Nutrition are offering personalized diet plans for all types of individuals. These are specific to people with particular ailments, particular food preferences, particular goals, people who want to eat animal products, people who don't want to eat animal products, and even for people who want to challenge themselves and start things like fasting and restrictive diets, just to build their relationships with their body. So you can send me a personal message if you would be interested in that. But that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.